The defending NBA champions are 5-0 to open the season, and I am recording this before they play the Wizards tonight, so please stay undefeated to make this video stay fresh. But I want to talk about the metamorphosis so far of this Thunder team and why I think, one, they are still the standard in the NBA, and two, they could morph into something way more scarier than what we saw last year. Let's talk about it. Through the first week of the season, the Western Conference has already proven to be a bloodbath, with the San Antonio Spurs also rising to the cream of the crop, it looks like, with Wemby's ascension. The Golden State Warriors look like a team that is more closer to contender status than maybe I had anticipated. But one thing that is constant and one thing that should terrify the rest of the NBA is that the Oklahoma City Thunder are 5-0, and not only have they not played close to their best version of basketball, there are still players coming down the pike, and this team can still internally improve in a way that makes them stay ahead of the rest of the league. Now, of course, I mentioned, the Warriors, the Nuggets are going to be in the contender conversation as this season goes on, obviously. But when you're just talking about the defending champs coming in with the championship swagger, and not only that, just being so young, that should be a lot of green flags for Oklahoma City fans. Let's start with, one, the defense for the Thunder is still there. Right now, they are second in defensive rating per cleaning the glass. Of course, it's early, but, if you go back the last few seasons, the Thunder have just been flat out one of the best defenses. Last season, they were one of the best defenses in NBA history. They brought back all their guys that were on the championship team. They added some rookies. They had some players that missed a year coming down the pike. Obviously, wish all the best for Nikola Topic. 20 years old. I can't imagine what he's going through. It seems like he'll make a full recovery. So we'll wait for him to come back whenever he's ready. But then you have guys like AJ Mitchell. Thomas Sorber was supposed to be just another flex switchy big as a rookie for the Thunder, but he tore his knee up. But they still got better. Like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got better. Cason Wallace, though his shooting numbers are not good right now, got better. And Chet Holmgren got better. They haven't had Jalen Williams yet. And see, they're 5-0 right now, and they have the 20th offensive rating. Their offense hasn't even stabilized yet. They're like 29th in three-point percentage. There appears to be a lot of ways for this Thunder team to improve as the season goes. AJ Mitchell had an interesting rookie year last year. Every time AJ Mitchell came in the game in his limited minutes, he was always making a corner three. He was at least decisive with what he wanted to do. Remember, he got those random minutes in game one of the NBA Finals in the first half. Like, it's clear Mark Dagnall trusted him to a degree that most rookies would probably not get. And then this year, with the absence of Jalen Williams and the need for another ball handler to take the pressure off Shai, AJ Mitchell has more than delivered. And again, it's the Thunder ethos. Let's draft a 6'5 to 6'7 type of player that has multiple skills, can shoot, can pass, can drive, fits our drive and kick game. And AJ Mitchell has fucking delivered so far. I don't know if he's going to keep averaging 18 points a game when Jalen Williams comes back, but he has already proven that he has his own scoring package that he's comfortable with. The fact that he's a lefty kind of throws a little curveball at the defense when you're talking about potentially lining him up with SGA and Jalen Williams to take the spell off of them, and he can just quickly drive left and, get up the little flip shot he likes to do. The corner threes that he had last year, he's kind of expanded that a little bit. He's not shooting particularly great right now. He's shooting 35%. But you could just see there's a whole level of confidence and trust. His teammates trust him. And if you get a third ball handler, which at times the Thunder did need in the playoffs last year, but they overcame all of that because they were so fucking good. If they get a third ball handler this year that's actually good, and one that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren and the team, more importantly, can trust, that's just another layer for this driving kick offense. It's sort of like a few years ago when Giddey was on the team and you had three guys that could drive and kick, except AJ Mitchell can shoot, and he kind of fits their defensive profile a little bit more. This Thunder team can evolve into a bunch of different things, maybe in a different direction or maybe all at once. Like, what if last year's Thunder was obsolete because they evolved into something different? Like, what if Chet Holmgren is now going to be stone cold the second best player on the team? Because last year it was Jalen Williams, and Jalen Williams answered all the questions. He's a bona fide number 2. But what if Chet is that good to where he becomes the bona fide number 2, and Jalen Williams improves? Hopefully when he comes back from his wrist injury, he can, hit the ground running. But what if Jalen Williams comes back improved and is still only the quote-unquote third best player, but still the second perimeter star, obviously? Chet Holmgren is having a fantastic year so far. 23 points a game, 10 rebounds, 57% shooting, 42% from 3. And it's just very clear that his handle's tighter. I don't know how to describe Chet's shooting motion, but you could just tell it's a lot more fluid. He has like a little move in the midi game now. You could just tell he's improved as an offensive player, and defensively, I mean, obviously his impact goes without question. So what if Chet Holmgren now becomes the second best player on this team? That version of the Thunder team looks fucking scary. What if there's a version of this Thunder team where maybe AJ Mitchell still averages like 15 a game, but he is now the bona fide third ball handler off of Shea and Jalen Williams in closing lineups? What if Cason Wallace normalizes his shooting numbers because he's clearly improved as a ball handler, a driver, and he has upped his defensive game this year? He's averaging nearly 3 steals a game, I think. My point is, this Thunder team is so young, and going into the season, the Thunder had the 6th youngest team in the NBA. They won the championship last year. So what if the internal improvement is just what normal internal improvement is for lottery-level talents at that age? It appears Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has gotten better. He just seems more confident. Like, the Thunder are in more clutch games so far this year than they were at any point last year when they were just blowing the doors off teams. And to me, that's a testament to championship swagger, knowing what to do in those situations now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just being the MVP that he is, making clutch shots. Thunder Pacers was a very fun game 8 of the NBA Finals. Like, I think what we're seeing now is this team isn't complete yet, and that's the fucking scary part. Remember, this team won 68 games last year with Chet Holmgren only playing 32 games. And by the way, going back to Chet Holmgren, before this season, he has only played 114 games. So he's not even played like a full sophomore career's worth of NBA games yet. And he still keeps improving like this. I'm telling you, man, this shit's getting scary. I know we are hesitant to pick a repeat champion. I've tried to pick a repeat champion literally every season that I've probably done this channel. But this team looks like they are poised to repeat. Because, one, they've done it already. They know what to do. But their best players could get better because of their age. The role players that all contributed to the finals run last year could get better because of their age. And now they have these reps where they obviously won the championship. They keep drafting well. They still have all these picks. AJ Mitchell, by the way, before the season started, he signed like a 3-year, $9 million contract. And this is why I always say I fucking hate when organizations just throw away second-round picks like it's nothing. Yeah, the chances are you might not get a good rotation player or whatever, but it's still another bite at the apple. And it's a marginal move that is like, why not? Why not just use it? You know, instead of just selling it for cash or throwing it in a fucking trade to, offload an asset or whatever. Oh yeah, and then Alex Caruso, as usual, just coming off the bench, providing great two-way play, guarding fours and shit like that. And then Isaiah Hartenstein quietly having a career high shooting in the 2-point range, averaging 9 points and 12 rebounds a game, still running that DHO stuff. This team's just well ran, man. And with the way they can develop because of just their sheer youth, they could turn into something that's even scarier than what they were last year. And that would mean they are still the standard this season.